This is Tuesday Night Live with Pastor Roy Marcellus, where we talk about finance, career, relationship, family, and everything in between so you can live a purposeful life.
Well, welcome to Tuesday Night Live with Pastor Roy. And man, oh man, what a session we've got for you, lined up for you this evening. You know, if this is your very first time joining in and you don't know what on earth is Tuesday Night Live with Pastor Roy is all about, well, every Tuesday Night Live, I will go live at your home, bringing to you topics that are so relevant and answering the real life question that you may have. Okay? So, and we want to package it in the most relevant, candid, clear, practical way possible, applying both faith and wisdom in your daily life. So we'll talk about real stuff, you know, we'll talk about money, we'll talk about love, we'll talk about relationship, we'll talk about career and everything like that. And if you're blessed with this content, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Get your friends and partner to listen to it because I'm sure it's going to be a blessing for both of you. All right, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for whoever who has shared this video and content and whoever has told your friends about this. You know, the last 4 segments has blessed 4,200 people across all the platforms just under 4 weeks. So thank you, and I want to let God have all the glory. My heart is just to see our leaders, members, and also their friends and family master their future, especially when it comes to finance and money. All right, today we received so many questions, great questions from last week's episode on Get That Promotion this year. You know, I'm excited every time I receive this question. Why? Because that means you care about your finance, because you want to learn more about mastering your future. And that's really the thing that gets me excited. It actually gives me more reason to pump out more contents like this, okay? So hear me out. Number 1 question. Pastor Roy, when do you know when it's time to quit your job? My God, that is a sensational question. You know, the question was like, Pastor Roy, is there any good, healthy time to quit your job? Is it 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 5 years, whatever? I still like it here, Pastor, but I'm thinking, am I missing out on anything that is happening outside if I don't jump outside and check it out? You know, I think about this question all the time when I was trekking up in my career, you know, but I've learned after 20 years in my career, I want to give one principle for you to follow. A good principle to follow when trying to answer this question is this. You ready? If you are still growing, then keep going. If you're still growing, then you keep going. Okay? Just remember last week's session. Your job is to chase the learning. In time, money will begin to chase you. In the Bible, Proverbs 4 says that wisdom is supreme. It's higher than anything else. So get wisdom, and whatever else you get understanding. And cherish wisdom, cherish understanding. She will exalt you. If you embrace her, she will honor you. Okay? So, in other words, if you have to choose between money and learning, money and mentor, always choose the learning, always choose the mentor. Money is everywhere, but finding a mentor is an absolute rare. Okay? You see, there are so many successful, great businessmen everywhere that you can learn from. But the real question is, do they have time for you? Do they want to mentor you, or do they have the heart to see you succeed in life? That is what absolutely rare. You know, when I first met Iwan Sunito, which later in life, he became one of my greatest business and life mentor of mine. You know, at first, I remember almost 20 years ago, he invited me to come with him in a ministry trip to Melbourne. You know, we were doing some ministry there, and I said, yeah, I'll go. But he said a very interesting thing. He said, yeah, but I want you to pay for your own costs. I said, okay. And I told my dad, and my dad flipped. He said, oh my God, I thought he's a millionaire. I thought he's so rich. And this is just $250 plane ticket from Sydney to Melbourne. Why didn't he pay for that? Come on, it's for his agenda. But I said to my dad, Dad, I'll go wherever my mentor is, even if I have to pay for it. Okay? And you know what? That trip was the very beginning of, for almost 20 years, of one of my best life and business mentor journey I've had in my life. Okay? Listen, money can't buy you a mentor, but mentor can show you how to build that wealth on your own. So as a young professional, you are hungry to track up, you're hungry to learn. Feed that hunger, not with money, but feed that hunger with wisdom, understanding, and learning. Chase it like it's the most supreme, the most valuable thing. Why? The Bible says so. And it will protect you, it will honor you back. Okay? And I remember during that trip, there is this one guy, and this guy is handsome, 20 years old, and already driving his convertible Merc. He's a successful businessman as well from his dad. And here I am, I was 20 years old, too short, too high. My hair was like Justin Bieber. I was so fat. And he was miles away from me. And how can I catch up with him? But I had, in my heart, I said, but it's okay. I got a mentor and you don't. And I'll acquire wisdom. And fast forward 15, 20 years, I met people who came to me and said, Roy, it will take me 10 years just to earn what you earn in a year. You know, if you choose, think about it. If I chose to save $250 20 years ago, my life wouldn't be the same to where I am now. Okay? So please, if you're still growing, then you keep going. If you're still growing in your company and there is a mentor who loves you and he take care of you, then you keep going there. Okay? But, everybody says but the opposite principle holds true. Listen to this carefully. If you are not growing, don't let any amount of money keep you from going. Okay? Why? Because when you're not growing, you're actually dying in the inside of you. And when you're dying in the inside, you will never be as creative, as driven, as passionate. You'll be miserable. And when you're spending a third of your life in that office, it will be a miserable type of life. No amount of money is worth it to be doing something that is miserable in your life. Okay? Are you blessed so far? So good, right? Now that was the first question. Okay? Now the second question is even more powerful. Okay? Okay, Pastor Roy, how do you slay in your performance review? How to slay in your performance review? How to get that promotion without sounding entitled, without sounding boastful? I get where this question is coming from, especially with us, those who are raised with this traditional Asian culture. You know, traditional Asian mom and dad will say, you just sit there in the corner and let your results speak for itself. Let me tell you, it doesn't work in Australia, okay? I don't think it works anywhere, okay? So we never build our own case. We sit quietly in the corner, we work really hard, we're kicking goals, and most of the time we're kicking goals better than anybody else, but nobody notices. And often we miss quite a lot of opportunities, promotion, because we haven't found that right balance of being active in building your personal branding without sounding boastful and entitled. Okay? Is that clear? So good, right? Now, so I'm going to share with you what AC Nielsen, which actually now called Nielsen, has taught me when it comes to slaying in your performance review. When it comes to performance review, let me tell you, Nielsen is the best at it. Why? Because they teach you for it. They've got this university called Nielsen University that actually teach you how to slay your performance review. Okay? Number one, I'm going to share three things. Number one, when it comes to performance review, people can't argue with facts. Okay? So make a habit to record your facts, your achievements. I'll give you some examples. Here are some examples of my performances that I put in my note. I kept updating this record for the entire journey of my career. Okay? And I divided it into three pieces. S, situation. A, action. And R, result. Situation, action, and result. Okay? Heading, successful negotiation. Situation was New South Wales Medcash buyer kept on pushing us to pay promotion of our own product in their catalog. So I've done the math and the return on investment is not pretty at all. So, but I can see that this is very important for him. He asked this so many times. So what kind of action did I took? Instead of saying no all the time, I agreed to pay 1 week warehouse buy if they slot 2 or more NFL products into catalog in 1 week. That never happened before. So as a result, we secure 9 weeks of uninterrupted catalog promotion in New South Wales Metcash, okay, with a very low price to pay, right? That's good, amazing, right? Number 2, I'll give you another example. Setting direction. Situation was Franklin's 9-week waterized promotion, which is super duper during the summer trading season. The action is I communicated the plan to all the state field managers, the territory managers to gain the commitment. I analyzed and created a solid category review and communicated the result to the field team regularly. That one thing, the message is waterized super duper is not about price. So don't ask me for price promotion. I even said, don't even promote it. Let's pay full price for it because it's all about availability and temperature. When the day is hot, people will buy it. Let me tell you the result. Super duper promotion in Franklin's grew 8% faster than Woolworths and Coast than the rest of the market year to date. Okay, you see? You are actually doing it, but you're never kept record of it. So when you present it like that, people can't argue with facts because it's no longer emotion. It's no longer what I feel about you or what you wear that night. No, no, no. It's all about facts. And I remember, the more you build this case, it gives you confidence on your performance review. The more you build this case, you state the facts. You're not just building confidence for your performance review, but let me tell you, you're also doing it for your future interview. You want to slay in your interview? Slay in your performance review. Okay? Number 2, when it comes to performance review, people can't argue with dollar sign. So every achievement always quantified and changing into dollars. Nielsen told me this, okay? These are some of the achievements that I put into my CVs, my personal resumes, and my personal performance review, okay? Heading, sales growth initiative. This is what I have achieved. So I put in word, I put in dollar sign. Franklin Specialty Cheese, 18% GM growth year on year, by additional ranging and promotion. National Food Specialty Cheese was nominated Supplier of the Year first time in 2009. Was Woolworths and Coast sitting at 53%, our share in Franklin is 75%. Think about it, right? I generated additional $400,000 in Franklin's alone by additional ranging. I generated $140,000 per annum in Franklin's through more effective promotion, pricing, and margin return. Okay? Give me another example. Contract renewal. People love this. Okay? I was accredited to be the person that rescued Nielsen relationship with Manassan, Barstow, and SPC, and the contract worth $5.2 million. I grew Barstow 30% year on year by signing that contract of pharmacy. Successfully extended Barstow in 3 years contract. See, when you put it like this, listen to this carefully, people can never argue with dollar sign. You're practically saying to your boss, I just grew your company by $5.2 million and I'm only asking 20 or 30,000 increase in my salary this year. Nobody can say no to that, okay? Because why? Because you built your case in facts and dollar sign. Last but not least, when it comes to performance review, people can't argue with testimonial, okay? This is basically the testimonial that I got from Darryl Brown, which is the general manager at the Independence at National Foods at that time. He was my boss of my boss, and he said, Roy is leading the charge at ABN level. His attention to details and relationship he's built is just outstanding, okay? So, and then blah, 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 blah. So you see, when you put testimonial like this, it's not you that says it, it's basically people that has got the weight in the industry that actually says that. This is a testimonial from a client of mine, which is the CEO of my client, Michael Braca, the CEO of Manassan Food. And this is the response from Manassan Foods when my resignation was made public. Okay, sent an email to Nielsen and he said, this is a bad news for us. But for Roy and his new employer, an exciting news. I'm sure you have seen that we renew the contract based on the continuation of Roy's engagement. So this is a big issue for us to work through. We agree with your observation on Roy. He is a gun, to put it bluntly. Do you have any indication where he will land? Hopefully not with a company that competes with Manasseh Foods. How awesome is that, right? And then last but not least, this one is from my associate director in Nielsen, Belinda Rathbone. I love her. She said the relationship between Nielsen and Barstow has come along in leaps and bounds. Nielsen is viewed a very positive light. There is a strong element of trust that was lacking last year. Strategy Day is extremely well received, content and delivery right on the money. Roy is doing a fantastic job at marketing Nielsen. Well done, Roy and Shelley. In particular, Roy for bearing the brunt of Strategic Day workload. Think about it. Think about it. This kind of thing is people can argue with this. People can argue with facts. People can argue with dollar sign, and people can argue with this testimonial. The problem is, you are doing a great job. You are kicking some goals, but we are not recording it. We are not asking for testimonial. I get it. You probably ask the question, how do you ask that kind of great testimonial? Very, very simple. The moment, every time you finish doing a great job, the moment they say thank you, you said this magic word. Well, it's my pleasure. You know, hearing your feedback is really, really encouraging me. But you know what will make my day? What really gonna make my day? If you can write a short email to my boss, because he's the one that needs it, that will really help me when it comes to my performance review. Okay? A simple question like that. And every single time they said, wow, you such a great job, do it. Okay? Now, last question. Okay? I've got enough time just for last question. What are the signs to look for that your current job is really your passion? Unfortunately, my friend, I found my passion through trial and error. Okay? So are many things in life, you know, trial and error. I thought I loved IT. I studied IT. I studied programming. I was okay with it. I got distinction average, but so I joined Aztec Information System as a data analyst, as an IT guy. The first week I joined, I knew I wasn't made for IT. Okay, I did not want to do this for the rest of my life. So you know what? I began to explore it. Maybe it's client side. So I tried to deal with client side, and I love dealing. I found that I love dealing with people rather than my computer. So I go deeper to that side. I tried category management. You know, I like the client side, but I really don't like the category presentations because it's so pressurized, you know what I mean? So I tried the account management stuff. You know, I know I'm good with persuading people and motivating team, things like that. So I go deeper. So I finally tried a sales team management, and I prosper there. Okay, I know that I'm called to be the sales director because I can motivate people, I can inspire people, I can persuade people to do sales, I can train people. So that was like 10, 12 years of a journey to finally found that one. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately there is no other way, trial and error. Okay, but you apply this principle that you learned this week and last week, you're gonna prosper. Okay, unfortunately, my friend, that's all the time that I've got for today's session. So next week, everybody shout next week, I've got one kick-ass question. And this question was, Pastor Roy, a lot of people told me that to be successful, you gotta own your own business. What's your take on that? I'm gonna dive in that question. It's gonna be amazing. So if you're blessed, it will be greatly appreciated for us. You know what will make my day? If you like, share, and spread the news about this so that I can bless more people. Okay? That's all, folks. I'll see you this Sunday. Go to church. God bless you. I'll see you in the next session of Tuesday Night Live.